Joining us now is Robert Goulet. And Mr. Goulet, I understand that this evening you're going to be singing If Ever I Would Leave You to Julie Andrews. Is that correct? Have I got that right?
You got that right.
What does it feel like to be? Have you sung with Julie recently?
You know, no, Julie doesn't sing anymore, and so therefore I've not sung with her. But I was in L.A., and they were honoring her, and I had to sing this song to her, but she was in the audience. And I said something like, I've sung this song to her on stage. Oh, I tried to figure out the amount of time, over 800 times.
Wow.
And so this will probably be my last one to sing to you, Julie, but it's for you only. And I sang it, and I was a little bit trembly with emotion, and I'm told she was so she. But I didn't know about this evening here, so I'll sing it again. And I'm told I'm coming through, I've not rehearsed this. We're doing a taping of it in about 10 minutes. I've not rehearsed it. Coming down through the orchestra on steps, singing, if ever I would leave you, don't trip, and go down to the bottom and sing the last few lines to her. And so it'll be probably the last time that I ever sing it to her. And I'm getting a little emotional about it right now because I happen to love her.
The song itself, I mean, you still sound so fabulous. To me, you sound probably as good as the first day you ever sang it. Do you ever get tired of singing that song or any of the music from Camelot?
Well, no, I don't really sing the music from Camelot except for that song, which is my song, so to speak. And I don't get tired of it because it's mine, and I'm very pleased and thrilled to have been given the opportunity to sing it the first time and to sing it forever, as long as I live. But no, I the other day though, I started to sing it and I got it mixed up. And so yesterday at rehearsals with the orchestra, I got it mixed up again. And after singing it 10,000 times. So tonight, or this afternoon in 10 minutes, I'm going to sing it again, and I better get the words right or I'll be a little bit angry.
You're also going to be singing, I understand, This Nearly Was Mine from South Pacific?
This Nearly Was Mine from South Pacific. I did about a year and a half of touring with South Pacific about 12 years ago.
Oh, really?
And I fell in love with this song because the man is in pain. The lady he loves is leaving him. And he sings, this nearly was mine, so close we came. And I'm not too sure of all those lyrics because I haven't sung it in so long. I'm trying to rememorize it, every chance I get. But I thought I'd rehearse this afternoon with everybody here just to run through and have somebody put cue cards down there just in case. Maybe one word, get it wrong. And they said, they didn't say a thing. They said, you're doing it now on camera in about an hour from now after I do the other one first.
Uh-huh.
And so there'll be no time for cue cards. So I'll probably mess it up, what the heck. But it's a great song. It's a wonderful, powerful song.
Looking forward to hearing you sing it. In general, let's talk about Broadway a little bit. What first attracted you to the idea of being on stage? Who were your idols? Why did you want to be a part of the theater?
Oh, I never wanted to be. When I was a kid, my father on his deathbed said, you have a voice, you must sing. And that's the only reason I went into this business. I didn't want to do it. But I sang at one family gathering, and once some nuns grabbed me and said, you're going to sing Saturday night for the church gathering? And I said, no, I'm not. And they said, yes, you are. And I got out there scared to death, and I sang this song. And my father was very, very proud of me. He said, I'm proud of you, my son. He had a tear in his eye. When he died, I knew I was going to be the singer. I was always very good in school. I thought I'd be a lawyer, doctor, maybe vice president someday. But you can't expect to get everything in life. But I never even dreamed, like some kids, when they're 4 years old saying, I want to go into movies, I want to do this. I never wanted to do that. I'd rather play baseball and football, things like that. But so I'm into it now. And then I became involved listening to some of the musicals. Alfred Drake was one of my heroes. He directed me, on A Clear Day years ago, and I was thrilled about that, because Alfred Drake, my goodness.
Absolutely.
And I liked the idea of it, and I started to do musicals instead of opera that I was studying for in Canada, at the Conservatory of Music. And I liked it because it's more my style, more me. And I enjoyed it very much, and I've been doing it all these years. Unfortunately, I've only done a few musicals on Broadway. I did a reprise of whatever it is, of Camelot in... Revival, thank you, that's good too. In 1993. And then I did something that was not a musical, Moon of a Buffalo on Broadway. The only time I've been there, but I've been all over the country in different other road shows, different other productions. and of course concerts. But I like the idea of musicals, not all of them. Not too particularly fond of the all-singing musical. I like the idea that you can tell a story. You get into dialogue with somebody, and it's a lot more personable and honest, and you have more depth than you do just singing a song to someone. I mean, opera is opera, but musical comedy should have dialogue and songs. And you sort of like meld them, go in carefully, interweave them, so they don't just come out of you say a word and you sing a song, unless it's meant to do that for a reason. But I love the idea of musicals. And I'll be doing them until I'm dead. I'm going to do it until I get it right.
Any role that you really would love to do, that you hope to do in the future?
Well, I've done pretty much all of them I wanted to do. I did Kiss Me Kate, I did the Brigadoon, I did Carousel, a lot of musicals that I liked immensely. I tried to get the rights to I Do, but somebody else had them, so I won't be doing that. But there are a few musicals coming up now, that new ones, that I have got a handle on. They want me to do them. And they're not ready yet, but in another year or so, I'm looking forward to that. But they better be fast, because soon I'll be playing only old men's parts.
Has there ever been a song that you really didn't like singing, that you had to sing each and every night, and you had to find a way to get through it?
I think there was one in the Fantastics, but I don't even remember the name of it. That's why, because I disliked it. It was just tough stuff, and it didn't make that much sense to me. But I'd get through it every night by counting, you know.
What are some of the biggest misconceptions that people have about musical theater and musical theater performers?
How do you mean?
Any misconceptions, something that people may think that is absolutely wrong?
I didn't know there were any such things as misconceptions about musical comedy performers. I am one, but there are thousands of others, and Gordon McRae was a good friend of mine, Howard Keel is a good friend of mine, but there was the older generation. Gordon has passed away, but Alfred Drake was one of my heroes. And what was the misconception about him, or new ones? What are you talking about?
You know what? That's a good enough answer. You have no misconceptions.
I don't have none,
Think people
no.
have no misconceptions. And
Can I just remove a piece of lint?
Sure. I think just 2 more questions and we'll be done.
There we go.
Okay. Thank goodness you have someone watching out for you. I wish I had
24 hours a day.
I wish I had someone watching out for me.
24/7.
I like that. Okay, just a couple more questions. In terms of, the title of this show is My Favorite Broadway, The Love Songs. Is there any song or any love scene that comes to mind that brings back either a special memory or maybe a moment of disaster, something that went awry in the midst of a love scene that you can think of?
The only one I can think of was maybe
Cheetah's was
maybe-
X-rated. Cheetah Rivera's was
Cheetah. Well, we knew that. No, the last 3 months of Julie's run in Camelot, Julie Andrews, I had a scene, and I was catching a cold. I don't know, I don't catch too many colds, and knock on something, but I had a lozenge in my mouth just to keep my throat from drying up. Talking to some people off stage, and they said, "You're on." Oops. And in this scene, I had to dash on as Lancelot and say, "Jenny, I love you. God forgive me, but I do," and leave. Well, I forgot to spit out the lozenge, and I said, "Oh, I only have a few words," so I kept it in. I don't know why. It was a matinee. Little old blue-haired ladies were out there watching the show, and we had done it for 1.25 years at this point. And instead of walking away, I turned and walked to her. And her eyes got a little larger, but she's a pro. And she didn't say a thing. I looked down from the pit to the corner of my eye, and Franz Zales, our conductor, was like this. "Where's he going? What's he doing?" And I walked up to her. I'd never kissed her before. And I took her head in my hands, her face in my hands, and I kissed her. And she couldn't say no. The audience thought it was part of the show, so they didn't know it was different. I kissed her, and I slipped the lozenge into her mouth and walked away. Now she had to stand out there and sing, "I loved you once in silence," with the... Well, she chased me around that theater. I mean, I was down in the basement. After that was over, I had some time free. And she said, "Bobby!" And she was way over there in stage left. I was over there in stage right. And I said, "Oh," she lifted up her skirts, and she had pretty good legs. She started chasing me. I ran up the stairs. I did everywhere but on stage. Up and down, around her. And she wouldn't stop. I said, she's got to give up. She wouldn't give up. So I ran under a staircase and I put myself into a fetal position and like this, and she beat up on me. She said, that's very unprofessional. Don't ever do that to me again. Well, we look at each other nowadays, we talk about it, and we laugh. Mind you, I think Julie's still angry.
Everybody thought at that point probably Kiss Me Kate would be a good show for the two of you, I guess. One last question. This program is being produced for public television, and we in the world of public television, and specifically here in New York, Channel 13, think that the kinds of programs that we're providing are important and worth supporting. And so can we hear from you about what you think about public television?
Well, I watch PBS as often as I can, and I thank the Lord there is such a thing as PBS. We get it on Channel 10, where I live. And some of the things that they present to the public, for the family, for everyone, are just superb. And I look forward to I learn something every time I watch PBS, because they bring something to you that they go into little areas, little niches that nobody cares about, but they bring it out, and I'm so pleased with them, and I hope that everybody, when the pledged week comes along, that you just give a couple of bucks, give $5, $10, give 20 if you can, because your 20 and your 5 and 10 or your $2 can help. All of them added up together can make this PBS network stay on the air. We need it. You need it. Your kids need it. And your grandkids will too. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Robert Goulet. Terrific. Fabulous.
Okay, now we got to
Fabulous.
make fools of ourselves.
Good luck.